Welcome back to the Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell your home with Barb Schlinker, owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And for Richard Randall this week, I'm Ryan Kaufman. And Barb, most people choose agents they know, like a friend, maybe a brother-in-law, and do not really have a system for selecting the best agent to handle one of their largest assets. What are some ways a home seller can avoid making the biggest mistakes when interviewing agents?
Well, Ryan, in this market right now, in most prices, particularly prices under 600,000, we have less than a 2-week supply of homes. So they call that a seller's market. A seller's market means that the seller has the advantage. In other words, there are more buyers out there, and the sellers can choose from, in many cases, multiple offers. If it was a buyer's market, it means the buyer has an advantage. So when I first started in real estate back in the late 90s, it was more of a buyer's market. Typically, it would take about 3 months for homes to sell. Buyers were able to negotiate price concessions. In most cases, they were getting the home seller to pay all of their loan closing costs in order to get into a house. But that's not the case now. In most of the cases, the buyer is basically either having to compete or come in very strong with their offer in order to get a home. So right now there's approximately 1,237 available properties, all types, meaning single family homes, condos, townhomes, patio homes, which is kind of like a townhome, but it could be detached. In the 3 counties, so El Paso, Teller, and Elbert counties. Just to put that in perspective, if you go back to 2019, this time of year, there should be about over 1,800 properties available. So we have a low supply. That's one thing. And there's typically over 2,000 sales per month. So we cannot really resupply enough homes right now in most price ranges. There are actually 13.5% more sales taking place than there were during pre-COVID year of 2019. The median sales price has gone up by over 15%. So it has the average sales price. And even though there are more active listings, and last year was a crazy anomaly where we had super low inventory, a red hot superheated market. Now it's mellowed out just a little bit, but there's still a low inventory, high demand. Whenever you see less than a month or 1 month's of inventory of homes on the market, that is a seller's market. And I don't see any signs right now that this appreciation of homes wave is weakening at all. In fact, it seems to be stepping on the gas. And just, we're looking backwards at statistics. It could change when we get the statistics next month, but that's not what I am experiencing in the market. So when you have a hot market like that, why would the seller need an experienced agent in a red hot market? I think the assumption is, hey, I can just put it on the market for sale by owner and I can get the most amount of money and it's going to be fine. I don't need a real estate agent. I don't even need a good real estate agent because any house is going to sell. But the truth is there are over 5,000 real estate agents in the Pikes Peak region. 74% of them sell 3 or less homes a year. It's hard to say that, but it's true. I think the industry is not very good at teaching agents how to market. So a lot of them think the business is just going to show up, but just like any business, you have to market to make it grow. And some agents get so desperate for a sale, they really do some things that are more self-serving, like suggest a super low asking price to make sure it gets sold right away. That way they get paid. And really, some agents just don't have any idea how to price a home. They might look at similar sales, which is good, but they really don't know how to maximize the demand for a home. I've seen, I did go to appraiser school, just so you know, to figure out pricing, and it was a good experience, but I don't want to be an appraiser. didn't look like fun to me to write a 40-page document on just one house with lots of detail. I wasn't wired to do it, but I know what they do. And we actually help home sellers with valuation week in, week out, multiple times, give them an idea on where they could price their home. At the end of the day, it's their decision. It's not mine, but I'll give them the facts to help them make the best decision. Last month, I sold Patrick and Insect's home out in Peyton. Similar sales were between 650 and 7, and they priced it what I call realistically. We ended up getting probably 6 offers, and it sold for $70,000 over asking price. So pricing it right is absolutely key. Also, making sure that the seller has the most demand. So what most home sellers do is they just hire whatever the first real estate agent is that they know, somebody they know, or somebody without really looking into whether or not they have any methodology of getting top dollar for them. And when you think about the home selling process, people don't do it very often. It's quite a process. It starts with choosing an agent, goes to selecting listing price, going on the market, considering offers. Then you have to go through inspection and appraisal in most times, and then get ready for the closing. So there's a lot of steps. And then you add in there, which is not even on this list, moving, which is a whole nother huge project. You really want somebody that knows how to anticipate all the problems and help you through that process, as well as negotiate on your behalf. So if you just pick an average agent, like I see, it's fun for me to go into the MLS and find bad pictures of homes. To me, those are average agents. They don't care enough to take professional photos. They just post it. They hope another agent has a buyer, and they go from there. So that's what a lot of them do. So it's a really important decision that you make. And what we're offering is a really neat report that actually gives you 9 different selection factors on how to choose a real estate agent, on top of the 4 most common mistakes made in agent selection. And you can get that report by going to barbhasthebuyers.com and look for the agent selection guide, or click on the green button in the upper right-hand corner. I think it's in the seller pull down menu right now. And if you're interested in making a move and you'd like to find out what to do, what not to do to get your house ready for sale, how much money your home will sell for, and how much you'll put in your pocket when it sells, give us a call at 719-301-3900 or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Ryan?
You are listening to The Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Again, that number is 719-301-3900. And we're talking about the why do I need a well-qualified real estate agent when selling my home? Barb, what are some other reasons people selling their homes need to choose a great agent?
Well, I mean, marketing is absolutely a key factor. And the reason I say that is most agents' solution for marketing is just to stick a home in the MLS and hope some other buyer is going to take care of them. But actually, it's some other agent's buyer, right? And then they put you through showing the home day after day, dealing with the showings, dealing with people coming through your house, multiple hours of having to leave the home, kids and dogs. And marketing, really generating a buzz, a strategy to help somebody get the most amount of money is what you're looking for. You know, I spent a little time over the weekend looking for homes on the MLS that actually sat on the market for a while. And I was trying to figure out why. So I had this one home, nice home. It sat on the market for 52 days. Just, you know, if the average days on market right now is 12 days, something is wrong. So what was wrong in this case is they took pictures of the home as it was vacant. They were professional pictures. The first living room picture has a massive stain right at the top of the stairs. And all the rooms were showing empty. So just, you know, there's a certain percentage of the population that when they look at an empty room, I am one of them, I don't know what to do. So it could be something as simple as the stain, or the fact that the home just looks kind of big and open would be enough for a buyer to eliminate that home online. Here's another one. This one was kind of humorous to me. It was a home that sat on the market for 41 days. I don't know if you can see the picture, Ryan, but it's this leather couch that the top of it is all squished down. It looks like somebody took that couch and dropped it on its head. It's really ugly, but we have the technology to make it look good. It's not that difficult, you know. We actually have the technology to take everything out of the room and make it look a wow. Here's another one of the same house. So what's wrong with this picture? You've got the dish towels hanging from the dishwasher and the stove. You got a big heavy rug in the middle of the room. It's just too busy. It doesn't look that good. Another one from the same house. Now, what they were trying to do was show off this big pantry, and I get it. The problem is it just doesn't photograph well. You've got just a crowded pantry, rugs on the floor. There is stuff. There's a vacuum in the closet. There's a mop hanging from the wall. It just doesn't look pretty. I'm sorry. You can make a comment about it, or you could probably digitally stage it, but you don't want to eliminate the house based on pictures. So where do buyers come from? The largest majority of them, according to the National Association of Realtors, they start their search online and then they go from there. So you don't want to be eliminated online. And they are going to eliminate those homes sitting at home in their fuzzy bunny slippers, definitely not driving around. If they like what they see, they'll drive around. So, and also you want to make sure that you hire an agent that has good pricing expertise. If you overprice it and it sits on the market for a long time, the buyers are going to think there's something wrong with the house, not the price. You want to make sure you're pricing it to attract all the buyers in that buyer population. And that way everybody has a chance to make an offer. So preparation, pricing, those are keys. You know who the most famous company that made this mistake was? Zillow. Last year, they became legends in their own brain and started buying homes. They were offering to make an offer on their website. They always make it to page one of Google. And so what they did was they relied on their digital algorithm to decide what these homes were worth, made crazy over market value offers to these home sellers. And I remember going in a few of those houses when the seller told me Zillow offered me X, and I just told him, you should take it. That's a deal. And now Zillow is trying to resell those homes and they're losing money. So far, they've lost almost $1 billion overpaying for homes. And there are a certain percentage of homes that get sold by owner. Many people will try to sell their home by owner. There's nothing wrong with that, except that on average, they net over $77,000 less than what they would have if they go on the market. So if you're thinking of making a move and you'd like to get that free report on the 9 different selection factors, you can go to barbhasthebuyers.com and download it under sellers, or give us a call at 719-301-3900. Ryan?
It's unbelievable how you have this down to a science, Barb. It is absolutely amazing. You're listening to the Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. If you're thinking of making a move, call Barb at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. When we come back, we will be discussing what do buyers agents really do anymore, and my favorite part of the show, Barb's hot new listing. Stay tuned for that.